total prize pool for every region and every...
But I am curious to see Virtus Pro have a statement to make. Traded out, it feels that Virtus Pro have just got such a forward hold on this one. It's hard really for Aldish to gain any momentum off the back of it. I mean, the objective has moved 5 meters at most, and a minute on the clock has been bought up.
So I think a little room on the right.
The spark here, people can group up, and an entanglement prison is very close to Nevix, but he goes down. I guess they just want to go for a clean.
There and now Aldish have run out of momentum with Virtus Pro's retake complete.
It's starting to make a lot more sense why that invisible woman was protected from Virtus Pro. When you've got both groups out, that entanglement prison, it's just at a brute force. But also teams have been getting very good at shutting down these eternal bonds from Cloak and Daggers. There's 20 seconds left, and now the Storm Ultimate going to be just thrown on top of point. I think everything at this rate is just going to be thrown on top of point. There is another hand of Khonshu. It's just whether this can string together at this rate. 5 and might have another portal ready to go, and the entanglement consistently happen. And even though we don't have the fact that Kaya's gone down this early on route, it's just really nice for Virtus Pro to keep things going. There's just no way to at least buy more time. You can see Aldish trying to jump on the point to not...
Will be an available portal, but I don't think they've got the time, Ryan.
I don't think there's much of a chance here. Virtus Pro just know how to take these engagements, and seeing maybe a bit more of a fight able to come through, but it's just been bullied. Hand of Khonshu thrown right on top, and whilst Aldish are able to stall, it seems to be a little bit too much to ask for. It's delaying the inevitable.
Stage 2 of Ignite. Virtus Pro are going to...
3 Vanguards over on the side of Aldish to try and fight this, and Tilt being the one on the Strange to go for some portal plays, trying to take this space a little bit.
Huge amount of this early space. Already the invisible boundary has been drawn on us, and that's what you get from playing the invisible woman with 3 Vanguards. Unbelievable odd generation, and that's allowed them to find the first
through. But Aldish, it's a bit of a weird fight for them, because it feels like they're on the back foot, but they're still engaging in on this, forcing out that Fatal Both Worlds from free throw. Meteor, I'm going to try and catch him out, dodging the Phoenix, just flying on deck. And when you've got an entanglement prison for Nevix ready to go, Spark has moved over towards the Wolverine to be a bit more of a threat up against the group on the other side of Kaya. Feels like it's really a case of making sure that Nevix gets no value from this ultimate on group. Also can see out some big cooldowns before you even get onto the objective itself. But it's more of a case, I think, of just shutting down Lidstrom, who used to be a Virtus Pro player substitute. He has got the Eternal Bond in hand with the strategy. There's not many better teams, I think. Virtus Pro making no changes from their surprise exit of Stage 1. Really wanting to make sure that their I's are dotted and their T's are crossed. The last stand for Sparker might be a last chance for Aldish to go and at least fight on this part of the map on Hell's Heaven. It really is just a Kraken's impact for Tilt that's going to...
The Phoenix's end song stands ready, and even while it stands at attention, it feels like it's going to be unnecessary with Virtus Pro already having removed so many of the potential contests from this point.
Another little clip, I executes as swift as possible. You can see just how clean it was in the end, but Virtus Pro just decided to opt out of the fight. That end song is going to come through, not really taking anybody down from Virtus Pro, and in fact Tilt is the first to re-exit for Aldish, and quickly you have to look again at Eternal Bond to be the way to get into this fight and put pressure onto the point.
Already, I think that symbolic resilience having had to be used there by Kaya, moving in towards the back. That's a huge Terror Cave, and it means an easy combo for Kaya with the Feast of the Abyss chewing on.
Portion of time was still bought. I think it was like 40% when we started to see Ballas get those picks. It finished at 80% before Aldish could take it back, and now Virtus Pro looking to go in with another Dance to Butterflies for Sparker. Really feels like it's... Yeah, not too much to work with. They have got it to 99%, but looking at what the strategists have available, and it all was used up in that engage. In this best of 3, 2-0 up, pretty much throwing it.
Oh my goodness, the speed boost that came from a Jet Bubbles has been everything here. Ballas instantly throwing out those live streams. The off angle here from Sparker, yeah, it's a little bit threatening, but it seems like up against this Death Ball, it's very intimidating to try and move forward.
It's been so succinct as this team, disengaging onto the point now, trying to fight for a little bit more space. There has only been 2 of those ultimates that they combined that they've actually used. Everything else they just sat ready and waiting on. And Aldish need to make a way to sort of swing things back into favor for Virtus Pro to regain this momentum. And an entangling prison is looming onto the high ground, grabbing onto 3. Easy cleanup of Virtus Pro, very quickly regaining control.
Masterclass of an approach there from
Pharaoh. You just sort of put this into the choke really before this point. Is it going to be enough of a contest? Only just, but the Meteor M is going to take out some strong terms.
To move on forward, back here's the Siren Song next to the Guardian Shield. There's plenty of healing as Kaya takes from below.
But it's so good. Going after Kaya, you got to say that both of them synergizing as well, like pretty early on, I suppose, to these guys playing together, like, is a real good sign for the future. It's just finding out how much more value you can get. Speaking of Kaya, the orange Venom is going to be the one swinging in to see if he can try and get some connections, but you can sort of see the Virtus Pro are splitting very nicely. It's hard to actually get them all through. It means that there is going to be a chance for Alcatia to try and recontest this Eternal Bond too, so if you can get it down on the ground, it feels like there's just going to be so much for Virtus Pro to stack and CC this out. In fact, they're actually giving up a lot of space to just give Alcatia that room. They don't think that they're going to be able to take the point now. They're buying their time and seeing if they can get something else out from Alcatia before they try and dive in, and that's, I think, what they're waiting for. That Eternal Bond is out. Now they can go on to the aggressive.
Strangling Prison already did a bunch here. Down on one Vanguard, an attempt to try and isolate Kaya. You can see that Ironwood Wall has made sure that Kaya can't get any healing. Has to take to the skies instead via climbing. And as Nevix moves on forward, is given the bubble. But it's going to be Lindstrom now forced to use their own ultimate just to try and survive this one. An all-in dunk onto the Lunar Snow in towards the back. Kaya doesn't have any healing as you saw that Lindstrom was forced to flee away from the threat of both of those old presence. On this cart, Ratatoska continues rolling forward towards those castle doors. A Feast of the Abyss is going to be declared, and already a Dark Force Dimension teleport has been used. There's no disengagement available. There's no healing that remains as Spy and Sparker have been able to deliver on the
Final, I think.
away from it, but Saipe really